Mr. Secretary, what is the maximum number of illegal migrants you believe we should admit into this country?
Congressman, it is our responsibility to enforce the laws that Congress has passed, and that is indeed what we are doing. Individuals who do not have—
So is there a limit, yes or no?
Congressman, individuals who make a claim for relief under our laws and who do not succeed—
You've already released more than 2.1 million illegal immigrants into this country since you took office. That's a population the size of the state of Nebraska. While the Border Patrol has been consumed by taking names and changing diapers at the border, 1.5 million known gotaways have illegally entered the country as well. That's an additional illegal population the size of the state of Hawaii. So once again, I would ask you, what is the limit, or is there one?
Congressman, last year we expelled or removed approximately 1.4 million people who did not have a legal basis to remain in the United States, the largest number in recent history.
Well, actually, you testified that 72,000 illegal migrants were removed in 2022. But in 2019, there were 267,000 removals. So removals are down under your administration by more than 75%. Meanwhile, in 2019, there were 458,000 border encounters, yet under your policies, we're now up to 2.3 million encounters. That's 5 times as many. So while encounters were up 5 times, removals are down by 75%. How do you account for this?
Congressman, a few points. Number one, our approach of expanding lawful pathways for people to reach the border and delivering consequences for those who arrive at our border irregularly is working. The number has dropped. You will also recall, Congressman, that last year, Title 42, the Public Health Authority, was in place, and under that authority, we could not remove individuals, but expel them.
Again, I'm short on time. You announced the CB1 app this year. It allows migrants to bypass the southern border and enter directly into the United States at ports of entry. This program began with up to 1,000 illegal migrants a day. It's been amped up to as many as 1,500 a day. That's more than 540,000. That's the population equivalent of adding a new state of Wyoming every single year. That's why the numbers are dropping. Instead of them coming in through the southern border, you're bringing them directly into ports of entry. So please don't dissemble. Now, I've got a very important concern for the people of my region. In January, a family of 6 people were executed in the rural town of Goshen. That's not far from my district. According to the Tulare County Sheriff, it was a cartel hit. The victims ranged from age 72 down to a 10-month-old who was shot in his mother's arms. 2 weeks ago, the FBI director warned us in this committee that the open border is a huge driver of cartel presence in the United States. Those were his words, huge driver. The Jalisco New Generation cartels now established hubs in Los Angeles, Denver, Phoenix, and Chicago. Millions have fled from Mexico to escape these conditions, and the cartels have followed them into the United States. So how long before we can expect the same kind of gun battles here as have become routine in Mexico?
Congressman, we are taking it to the transnational criminal organizations, the cartels that peddle in death and destruction, to an unprecedented degree.
They're following the mass migration into this country. That's what the FBI director told us.
We have a number of lawful investigative actions and operations that are disrupting and dismantling those transnational criminal organizations.
Director Wray also testified that we have no idea how many terrorists are among the 1.5 million known gotaways that have entered under your policies, but that there's been a significant increase in terrorists apprehended at the border. When your administration abandoned Afghanistan, it released 5,000 terrorists that were being held at Bagram. 10 days later, one of them killed 13 U.S. service members at Kabul airport. Ray said, we don't know where the other 5,000 are, but it's clear to me that we are in growing danger of a coordinated terrorist attack because of your policies. Have you given any thought to how you're going to explain yourself when that happens?
Congressman, the safety and security of the American people is our highest priority. That is what is the genesis of the creation of the Department of Homeland Security.
Obviously, it is not your highest priority. The numbers speak for themselves.